We're on.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Chronicles of Divastara. I am William, or Shawnee, and I am your game master for this D&D 5th edition campaign. And joining me today, we have Yare.
Hi, I'm Yari. I am playing Morgan Thompson, the human Oath of Sacrifice paladin.
And Drevian.
Drevian, I'm playing Ingrid von Ryder, a undead rogue.
And Jeremy.
Hi, I'm Jeremy. I am playing Astra. She's a warlock. She's a doll. She's Astra.
The way
Innocent, perfectly
Astra.
innocent, has never done anything wrong at all.
And Katie.
Hi, I'm Katie. I'm playing Molly Malone Clemens, who is a human time investigator.
And as always, Black Lives Matter, trans rights are human rights. Go vote if you have the opportunity to do so. And remember that this country is not a theocracy, no matter what the people in charge are trying to tell you it is.
Yep.
There are very few countries that are currently theocracies.
Mm-hmm.
And they are very, very scared of us, so we should turn up and vote.
But when last we left off here, where there is a theocracy in this world, and it's as messed up as you might expect with how many gods exist in D&D, this group...
Not again.
This group, having made their way through the majority of the manor house of the former nation, the Kingdom of Noctis, and retrieved requisite items and artifacts for the entrance into the Font of Nox, the mysterious source of power that seems to have been both an objective of those who changed this world to suit their designs, and also seemingly also part of the magical energy that sustains its undead guardians and those that still inhabit the grounds around it. Upon arrival, they were greeted by and subsequently fought with an avatar of the being that is responsible, the architect of this world as it stands. A being simply identified as a Shamaloth, and more aptly titled as the Usurper of Gods. This being traded some words and barbs, but mostly seemed like it was simply there to get the group's measure. And in the following combat, though the group was triumphant, it didn't seem as if the creature felt particularly threatened by this, as if the vessel that was fighting you was not truly capable of the depths of this creature's true power at this point. As its physical form was defeated, it faded away to reveal that it had been in possession of the body of Ingrid, one of your party members' mother, who had been deemed a suitable vessel after being submerged into the Font of Nox. We return now, as the darkness that had spread over the area recedes with the demise of the avatar of the Usurper. And with its receding, the three guardians of the Font of Nox reemerge from the blackness, seemingly tearing their way free from whatever smothering shadows had held them down for the duration of your battle. The Cambion, who had been summoned to the fight, sort of chuckles and scratches his chin and looks at Astra to see if she's going to order him to leave before he gets a chance to break free.
Fuck off!
He plane shifts away, as expected.
Well, that was the thing that happened.
I should probably write this down. And I'm going to get a journal and a paper and just start taking notes of what we just dealt with and what it said and trying to add another piece to the puzzle.
As you do, the three guardians of the font sort of circle their way around to the front of it, sort of standing in line at attention with the group of you. One, this dark rider on their pale horse, holding a long glaive couched in one hand. Another, a mysterious creature seemingly made of stars, holding in its hand a lance that seems to glitter with rainbow colors, and the third, a a suit of armor blazing with ghostly flame, holding a pike that seems to trail an ephemeral mist about it. As the three of them sort of stand before you, the Eidolon, the creature of stars, speaks in a voice that is simultaneously reminiscent of the human it used to be, and yet also reverberates as if echoing from a very long way away. The font is yours to access, scions of the royal family. And I suspect, given the nature of what stands before us, our guardianship comes to an end. And I sort of look at Igraine and Ingrid. Ingrid and Tantloith, as the two of them standing closest to them, sort of look over. Tantloith sort of looks down at Ingrid. Not exactly sure how we proceed from here.
One thought that comes to mind is to continue the guardianship, because who knows if the Shamaloth will send others to mess with stuff.
I think a better question is, should the font even continue to exist at this point? Seems like as much as it's kept our family technically alive, it's also the source of a lot of the problems that are currently existing. And who knows what else it could be used to do.
That's the thing. Who knows what else it could be used to do, which could include undoing this.
Maybe.
Also, it implies we have a way to destroy it.
I don't know. The one thing I do know is that historically, whenever a member of the family has needed to commune with the font, they've typically submerged themselves in it. So if there's any information we want to get out of what happened, that's probably the next step.
So who's gonna go for a swim?
Yeah. Ingrid steps forward and shrugs off the coat, stepping up to the fountain.
The three guardians sort of stand aside as you step up to the font.
Ingrid stands at the edge of the font, and if she did, she'd take a deep breath and step in.
You step in. The pool is night black. Hints of blues and violets and just raw, unfettered darkness roll within. And as you step inside, it's like stepping into nothingness. You don't even feel a sensation of moisture or wetness. It's just like everything goes away as you step into the font and as you submerge yourself. That complete quiet and darkness envelops you as you find yourself in absolute black. And as you linger there for a moment in this smothering nothingness, eventually you start to hear the whispers, the voices of a million small things that have come and gone, as if every living and dead thing that has existed on these grounds and maybe even in this world whispers in the font. It starts quiet, but it grows until it becomes a cacophony, a crescendo of everything that ever has been speaking at once. A million billion voices, impossible to comprehend. Make me a wisdom saving throw.
Let's see. Make sure you have the normal wisdom. 16.
You almost feel as if you're going to be overwhelmed by the noise before a single point of purple, not light, but something like it, begins to push through the absolute emptiness as a pale gray hand reaches out, its fingers dripping blood as it puts out a hand and places it upon your shoulder, and you hear the whispers recede in the presence of this being. As you look, the individual before you is ashen pale, clad in a black robe dripping blood, their hands and feet stained crimson, their eyes starless emptiness, lips almost seeming like a fixed mask of porcelain. Their visage doesn't move, and yet they speak. Welcome to the realm of things that do not exist and yet are, child of night and walker among the dead. I have been waiting for you.
And who are you?
I am the one who lay dead at the height of this coup. I am the one who thrust forth change unto this stagnant world, and I am the one who once again requires change. You know my name, though the world has tried long to strike it from the record.
It's like I know the name, but I'm blanking on it now. Shinrodiga or
Sandrodiga. Yeah.
Senrodiga. And how do we bring about this change?
To bring about change, you must bring truth to the lie. But that is not enough. Simply telling truth will not convince those who have grown comfortable in the lie's embrace. In life, I was the goddess of defeat, the bringer of loss, the tracks of crimson, the one who paints the sands red. Those who claimed this world marched under my banner, though they did not know it was under falsehood, at least not at first. Even when the lie was revealed to some of them, the comfort it provided and the strength it offered was too much for them to turn aside, and they've grown complacent in victory. It is time that they taste defeat once again. But lest you repeat their mistake, do not grow complacent in your victories, for defeat is e'er around the corner. Danger resides everywhere, even within your own company. There are secrets that are well hidden. Perhaps not even those who walk among you know the threat that you face. You have a gift from my brother. Use it wisely.
She just nods and
This place, this font, this blackness that you find us in, it was used, its shadow magics, capable of making that which is unreal real, enhancing the lie, and used to fuel the change of the world. A creature like the usurper could not master a change, a usurpation of truth on this scale without its strength. And likewise, its power could once again be used to undo this change, but it would require power, direction, skill, talent, capabilities that you and your group as yet lack. There are none among you with the art, the talent to shape the weave. to form the breaking seal. Some of you may gain this talent with time and experience, or you may seek out those who already possess it. Not all among those who sit in positions of power are as lost as the porcelain one believes. Some still lie in ignorance, others have seen the error of their ways, and yet are powerless to change the state of the world as it is now. And yet more are beyond redemption. It is up to you, those of you who stand here, and those of you who travel with you, to see truth from lie, to tell strength from weakness, know who can be saved and who must be put down. You need strength. Beyond what even your own individual limbs can carry, you need the strength to topple nations. It is out there, waiting for you to claim it.
Any direction in particular?
Hearts and minds are needed to lead an army. There is a fire that rages in Asterius, a being who has been put down for too long, her fury, her rage, her passion, speaking in ancient music. If you need raw power, you already know where to find it. The last kin of dragons awaits you in the land of bloodlines. And if you need knowledge of the weave, the skill to form this seal, you've already seen her in passing, though you did not speak to her. The serpent blade of the 12 Towers. She is the most dangerous of the three that I would point in your direction. She could be enemy as readily as ally. Treat her carefully. And the last that I would indicate to you resides in Kedding. He is not kin to dragons as strongly as the one who resides to the northeast, even further. But he possesses the spirit of the greatest of their number. His cunning, his wrath, his skill will aid you in planning the downfall of nations. Though like the serpent, he is dangerous and must be dealt with carefully. But I can think of none greater in plotting to undermine your foes. Bring these into your fold, and your army will form. And beware of danger both without and within. Remember always, victory and defeat are two sides of the same coin. And you never know which face fate will show until it lands.
Good to know.
I release you now back into the world of the living, you who do not yet belong here or there, to find your path. Know that I am watching even from beyond the grave. My brother guards my body. When you are ready, set it free. The danger that follows will be great. What remains of my corporeal flesh has become a being of utmost annihilation. It will destroy everything it touches when you set it free. Be ready to put it down if you must, but know that it can be of use to you. And know that my brother's gift will not avail you against it, for it is already dead.
Ingrid thanks this dead god and I presume returns
Yeah,
out of the
she lets
font.
go of she lets go of your shoulder, and you feel the blackness recede as you find yourself pulling up out of the font of Nox and gasping for air that you know you don't need to breathe, but just on instinct you feel it, and you try to inhale.
Ingrid rises, gasping that the others have not seen before, and kind of scrambles out of the font.
I assume Morgan's been brought around at some point during all this, because
Yeah, I assume that you were healed.
yeah, 52
Considering
hit points was a lot.
I keep staring at the comment from last week, like reminder for next week. Morgan is bleeding out.
Yep.
I'm like, maybe we should talk about that.
yeah, I assume that Kiara because Kiara was right there. I am
Yeah.
assuming
Oh,
that
was
she basically healed you immediately. In fact,
I just didn't want to say anything during the intro bit because I was like unconscious.
You're at 27.
Cool. She's me up against the base of the fountain here. 20. 20.
So are we
The number.
clued
There we
in?
go.
Are we clued in as to when Ingrid returns?
I mean, you see her emerging from the font.
So you want to take notes?
Pushing up out of the font is like, and it's like, well, there's a lot of notes to take.
Lucky for you, I have a pen and plenty of paper.
In Ingrid sits on the edge of the font and occasionally looking back at it, takes the pen and paper and also narrates some of the notes out loud. Like, was describes being greeted by Sanradiga and that the font may be useful in undoing this. That not all of the leaders are in on it, and some of them have realized the lie and don't want to be part of it, but they're trapped in the system.
Did she mention specifically who is not taken in by the lie? Or is that kind of for us to figure out?
That's for us to figure out.
Oh, okay.
But she did.
I guess it was going to be too easy.
She described a couple of people that may be helpful, and comments about the person Asterius and Ketting and the Gwendolyn houses and she very pointedly, Ingrid looking at Astra, pointed out that one of the wizards would be very helpful.
That's unfortunate for us.
And then,
To be clear, one of the wizard heads of the tower, or
yes,
just a wizard? Nope.
I don't
specifically
think we
one of
have the ability to write anyone off like that immediately.
This is where you get the information first, and then if we have to kill them later, you wait until after you get the useful information. Or, we just, oh no, not kill them? Just a thought.
You could not read a book, but it's in your nature to do so.
I investigate.
Are you saying it's in your nature to kill wizards?
At this point, a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean yes. Fully. Completely.
Okay.
This is the sword wizard, so I think you'd have a hard time doing
Which
so.
one?
The sword wizard. The one of the 3 central towers.
One of the 3 people who has the power to put, who has perhaps out of most people in this world the power to actually do something and hasn't yet.
I mean, do we know they can do it? Theoretically, possibly, but
more than fucking anybody else.
They might not have the knowledge or ability.
Okay.
More than we do.
I mean, maybe, but they might not know what to do. We might have more knowledge than them. They might have power than us. We might need to combine forces.
Okay.
If they are a wizard who doesn't have the knowledge and can't figure out how to get said knowledge, they're not a very good wizard now, are they?
We are in a world where the knowledge of all of this was literally sealed away.
Okay.
I don't want to fight, so let's not talk about it.
We can't just keep you can't just keep walking away from this conversation.
Okay.
So is there anything we can do about this fountain right now? Or are we stepping away and coming back to this when we're...
Okay.
There are other people, apparently, that were discussed. Let's talk about them for now.
Okay, let's talk about the information without I know this is going to be difficult, but without veering off onto separate discussions. Okay, let's give Ingrid the room to talk.
Yes.
Without
That's what I was saying.
Hold on.
Yeah, sure.
Stop it. Out of character. If you guys make me go into my teacher voice, I swear to God, I will cross time zones.
I'm sorry. Do you think that's not what I'm vaguely pushing? No, I'm kidding.
Swear to God, I have 2 more days left with these gremlins. You are not. Anyway.
Also, apologies.
Back in character. So we are not going to veer off. We're going to let Ingrid share the knowledge, and
Yes.
then we are going to figure out our very next step. We are not going to veer off into hypothetical discussions and very non-hypothetical arguments. We are going to stick to it because time is of the essence.
Well, can you do me a favor? Can you restate that a fifth time? And then glare at me when I agree with you? That would be really helpful.
Astra, shut up and let Ingrid talk.
I'm on your side here, is what I'm saying.
Grid looks back at the fountain. It's like, I could escape this conversation.
The font won't work for me, will it? Like if I just step into it, like it Am I just gonna drown?
So apart from
Would that really be such a bad thing at this point?
So apart from the wizard, who else
how
was on the table, Ingrid?
There's
how badly do you want to get away from this conversation?
there's someone in Asterius.
Okay.
I feel like the implication is they're from before the lie, and they've been like trapped.
Fair enough.
There is someone in Ketting that feels like the implication is they have the soul of a dragon or something.
Okay.
And then there's someone in the Guiding houses that is literally kin of dragon.
By the way,
that last one you're already aware of.
Yeah. Also, the one in Asterius that was trapped with the ancient song, that sounded suspicious like Soria. That might have been referring to Soria.
Soria was
Asterius was not. Soria was not trapped in Asterius.
Oh, am I mixing up cities?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Soria was in Wolkir.
Okay.
From what you understand, Sandradiga was talking about people you do not already have in your party.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And we still have Soria's stuff into fall. We can deal with the Bullfrog and Jessica and Vanitas.
There's also, it is Sandradiga's corpse that's in Rumor, protected by the god of death, and can be released and will destroy things.
That means we have to get through that means we have to get through her daughter at some point. We know very little about her.
Not that. I know, we're not ready yet.
She is a literal demigod. We don't know how powerful she actually is.
I'm with you on that.
What did I picture when get through her, that it was just Astro with the sword, just like, hey, we're through.
The next thought that came to mind is like a giant, like a big hypodermic needle, and then enlarge and reduce, and just turn it into a tunnel. Like literally get through.
Huh. Molly is going to turn to Tanhoyth and go, what do you think? Any of this make any sense to you?
I mean, about as much as anything else ever does, but I mean, it sounds like there's people who will be necessary, or at least significantly helpful. And trying to bring this entire thing down. It sounds like some of them will be people who had experience in the taking of the world, and it sounds like some of them will be people who suffered from it. At this point, we can't really afford to be picky.
I mean, yeah, I get that feeling too. You know, it's strange.
You?
Yes, I am.
I meant that as a compliment, to be clear.
No, I know. I take it as one. Thank you. It's strange to me that throughout this whole business, none of our business or none of our quests or history has taken us through the place I come from.
Been wanting to avoid it, though.
We've had the opportunity, but yeah, you haven't been keen, so we haven't gone there.
Yeah, I know, but I'm talking about as far as when we're finding out this information.
I mean, if you want to change that, I'm all for it.
No, I mean, if it's not important, then I mean, because I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out because nowhere where I come from except yours truly is concerned with history. They're all
Doesn't
concerned
mean
about
there's none there.
They're all concerned about the future.
That does not mean it's not there if you look hard enough.
That's what I've been trying to say for, that's the whole underground movement that's there.
Mm-hmm. The only thing we need is you to pluck out the courage to actually go back.
Yes, go to the place where I am like a wanted notorious.
Morgan, I think I'm rubbing off on you because that was full shade.
No, that was me trying to push someone to be better. That wasn't even trying to be an insult.
Shade can absolutely push people to be better.
Listen,
can.
It is not me not wanting to go back. It's other places having higher priority towards the forward trajectory of this mission. Because what we've all been through here is serving us more than whatever would happen in Ricule.
As far as we know. We don't know. It is, for all we know, the secret to all of this is somewhere in a basement in there.
In the archives?
Who knows?
Or some random basement. Like
that is an entire city of extremely smart people. Someone might have had that knowledge before everything.
Yeah, if they're so smart, they don't even know their own history.
Might not be destroyed, might just be locked away.
There are a lot of really stupid, smart people.
Yep.
Trust me. I'm aware.
I'm trying to make it a lot less.
I know you are.
Guys keep telling me not to kill.
That's another argument. I'm sorry, were we focusing on me for once? Like, was
we were.
Okay, all right.
I'm trying to relate to you.
Oh, that's sweet.
I hear it's good for getting people to on your side.
We don't have to go right now, Molly. But when you're ready, we're behind you. We will keep you safe if you're as wanted as you say.
I mean, it's all very cloak and dagger. So I'm not like, my face isn't on any wanted posters or anything like that, but aliases.
Mhm.
Usernames. Not that you know what a username is, but alias.
Hold on the hush hush. I get it. Which just means we need to be a little bit careful. We can do that. As and when you're ready.
I'm looking around as you say that, and looking back at you, and looking back around, and looking back at you.
I don't think we did too bad a job in Befall. Hell, we did a prison break, for fuck's sake.
Yep.
I will go with what the party deems necessary. I am not trying to focus this in on me, because it's not. This is a group project.
These may be of assistance, says the starlight creature of the three guardians, as each of them sort of takes a step forward from the font and sort of holds out horizontally their weapon.
Molly reaches out towards the one made of stars. Are you offering us your defense?
The tools of our trade, these weapons in life, in all of our lives, were seen through many a battle. Many of them are imbued with powers and traits that may aid you on your journey.
May I?
The one made of stars is holding out a lance.
Molly is going to very carefully take the lance.
You take it in your hands and hold it. You realize it's made of dragon scales.
Fascinating.
And they're sort of like glistening chromatically in sort of like rainbow patterns.
This is a beautiful weapon.
It is one of the last relics of the old dragons. If you wish to revive that history, bring back the dragons of old, it may prove useful.
I'll take a
cast reincarnate on the lance.
What?
Cast reincarnate on the lance.
Would that work if you cast it on oil? Would you get a dinosaur?
Cast true res on oil to get a dinosaur.
Exactly.
Is that what happened?
That's a lot of effort for a world that still has dinosaurs, though.
Yeah, but not all of them. Some of them had to die.
So they had to die so that we could eat. It is delicious. I'm just gonna hold on to the dragon scale lance for now.
Yeah, the other two are still holding their weapons as well. All three of these weapons, you realize, are weapons that would primarily be used, like, defensively in many ways. They're weapons that are meant to take advantage of reach and the ability to keep an opponent at distance, which makes sense for these three having supposedly been guardians in life and in death.
So there was a lance. What were the other two weapon-wise?
There's a lance, a pike, and a glaive.
Ooh, all fun, all fun.
The pike is a long, heavy, dark wood creation wrapped in cloth around just under the base. The base itself is wing sort of flared and has this bone accent on the base of the blade. The blade itself has a number of like holes in the center of it that seem to whistle and glow with sort of ethereal light as the pike moves. The glaive looks almost like it's a piece of a rotting it almost looks like a ferryman's oar from the staff up, and it even has like a lantern of eerie green light hanging from the butt of the glaive. But the blade itself is a sort of long naginata like curved blade with a again bone like almost like a spinal column forming the connection between the staff and the blade. And a crimson ribbon wrapped around its exterior.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Thank you very much for your assistance.
More magic weapons to identify when we get back to the.
Yeah, you got quite a haul from this place.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we have that other trove we still need to identify when we get back.
Yeah, whether you all individually use these or distribute them amongst other people that work with you is up to you. But you are going to get quite a haul over from this place and several other places because you kind of have an army to outfit. And knowing where to put your stuff best, whether you want to use it or whether someone else could use it, is going to be decisions you have to make.
I think with that, it's time to take off.
All right. Yeah. Back to
That's the Nidhogg and figure out where we're going next.
Well, let's haul this. How much stuff are we like carrying now? Is it just
thus far, just magic item wise, you've picked up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 magic items from this place?
Yeah.
Okay, let's take this back and catalog it and take stock of it before we pick up anything else.
To the point that once you start identifying these, I'm just going to put them in your journals. I'm not going to bother reading each one individually for you. Feel free to look at them and see how you want to assign them once they've been revealed to you. But assuming that you just go do so, I will go ahead and start adding those for you.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we're ready to head back unless anyone else wants to do anything.
When they get outside, when they get out, Ingrid will say goodbye to their father. Calling him by name.
Yeah. You say his name, and it's like a weight lifts from his shoulders as he recalls it. There, if a skull could smile, he would, as he wishes you well. You return to the Nidhogg, and as your items are scanned, cataloged, and prepared, they are now all under your magic items folder in your journal.
Fantastic. What time of day is it?
It's dark by the time you get back to the Nidhogg. It is in the evening. You've been in the manor for, I want to say, nearly a full day and night.
Wow. Well, I suggest those of us that actually need to eat something, drink something, maybe several somethings. And we need to figure out where to next.
Morgan is going to go get some T-Rex and settle down in the actual main room to start looking at the map, plotting out the options.
I will go ahead and put you back onto said map, back to the map of Divastara.
Molly is going to grab some provisions and a couple of drinks and go sit like close to Mora, but like across the table, like within eyesight, but not like right next to.
Hey, hold up.
Who, me?
No one else in this room that I can see?
I'm fine. I have taken in a lot of information and I'm trying to sort through it.
Haven't we all at this point?
Yeah. And I'm trying to make sense of everything and I'm trying to figure out the next step because that's kind of my thing. I plan and I look at the information and I gather clues and I take evidence and I figure out where to go next.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I can't make that decision on my own. Because what I want or is not necessarily what needs to happen. Those are two
No.
different things.
No. But it is an option. You just need to be able to put that out there. You don't have to bury it away until the right moment. We can.
I'm not. This may come as a shock, but I'm not exactly a spotlight person.
This may come as a shock, but I've kind of noticed.
I want whatever is going to get this all resolved in the most efficient manner as possible.
Unfortunately, we don't have the efficient path right now.
I don't think there is one.
No. Probably not.
But that's what my brain does when faced with a problem is next steps. Put it down on paper. Look at it, move it around, rearrange it. Till something makes sense.
Then, legitimate question. Do you think going to Recule would be the best option for us right now?
I can't make that decision without input.
I'm asking for your opinion, not final decisions.
My opinion? And she's going to look at the map like I am doing right now. Where is my icons are all moved around.
We are here.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. We're very close to Knox. And I know for a fact we have business there.
Kind of. We could go there and we can see what's happening.
So in your opinion, we're not ready to tackle whatever's happening in Knox yet? Or you don't think it's as immediate?
I don't think we know enough about Knox quite yet. But go on. Sorry,
Okay. So I know they said something about Knox. What else did they say? There was a wizard in the 12 towers, correct?
Morgan starts grabbing, I'm assuming they got little pieces or
Yeah.
meeples to put down on the map somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got the Serpent Blade, one of the leaders of the 12 Towers, puts it down in the middle of the 12 Towers area.
Okay.
That was the one we walked past us with the floating blades when we went to the Necromancer.
Right. Did we have
Also opinion, Necromancer's on the table, but then we have to do with Astra.
Right. Do we have any... Where else? Because I want to...
We've got Astarius.
Areas. What was in Asterius?
Someone locked away singing an ancient song. It's the words Ingrid used.
Oh, so is that
That's the
one
place?
Is that the one that's going to be like unleashed and destroy everything?
No, that would be Sandratica's body. That's over in Rumor.
In Rumor.
That's down in the catacombs of Rumor, where I'm from.
Where is? Oh, there we go, right there.
Yeah, I'm pinging here.
Gotcha.
Also, if anyone else wants to step in during all this.
Yeah, I will provide corrections as needed.
Yeah, I more meant like other characters.
I'm pinging here.
Pinging here. I know that place decently well. But Rumor.
Mm-hmm.
Because that is where the Chandraga's corpse is. I don't know if we're ready to let her out, but that's also where we've got to deal with the head priestess. And
the whole...
Considering she's a literal demigod, I personally don't think she's...
Yeah, I don't think we're quite there yet.
There were also people in the Catting and the Guiding houses over in the northeast that she mentioned.
Part of me.
And to make a slight clarification on the one in Asterius, because the wording was interpreted a specific way. The thing that was specified was that the person there has fire and passion that has been leashed and is not being allowed to soar. Not and that she sings an ancient song. Not necessarily that she herself is locked
Physically
away,
trapped,
but
right.
that her influence is being kept down.
Kept
Fair.
down. Okay.
And also it was mentioned that she has the fire to touch hearts and minds that might be necessary for raising an army.
Oh, okay. So that's where we go once we want to raise an army. Morgan, I'm gonna be honest with you. I am looking all over this map, and it seems very strange to me
How so?
that we haven't heard anything leading back to Recule. And I want to know why. I understand that with a city so future obsessed that it forgets its own history, but if every other part of this nation plays a part, what is their part? Are they out to erase history? Is it the technology? Is there something with the technology that is being influenced to cover things up?
You're standing in it, says Soria, as she steps into the room.
Honestly, it's also strange considering, they sell this kind of technology to everywhere else. Why haven't we seen any links yet? They are the most connected city.
Something.
The Gauntlet Runners are the ways that anyone can traverse the anarchic wilds. Their innovation is the only reason any of the leaders who can't teleport can get anywhere or communicate with anyone else.
But again, okay,
they've got leverage.
Okay, we've got that technology, but again, there literally have been no paths leading back to Recule, and it smells like a cover up. I mean, this whole goddamn thing is a cover up. Don't get me wrong.
Probably is.
I believe you.
But covering up what is a different question.
And we know they're probably going to have some sort of leverage. They are literally the method of transport for 2/3 of the leadership.
Right.
They will know things.
Oh, I know they know things. I also know they ignore things that they don't want people to know.
I'm going to be honest with you. Recule sounds more and more interesting every time you say something.
I was afraid of that.
But that's my opinion. We'll see what everyone else thinks. It is across the water, though.
It is.
Asterius is right there.
It is.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little scared of what's in the bay.
We could cut through the 12 towers to get there first.
I'm gonna ask a stupid question.
There are very few stupid questions.
Oh, this might be one of them. Can the Nidhogg fly?
Not at the moment, says why am I forgetting her name? Alsana from the cockpit. Though I suspect, based on the nature of the beast spirit within and the moddable nature of this gauntlet runner, that's not out of the question.
We just need someone who can do that.
Which we would probably only find in Mercule.
Just trying to figure out a way. Because it's either cut through 12 towers or go across the bay.
We're going to cut up the 12 towers? About time.
Cut through.
Yeah, she'd probably be fine with that too.
Not literally.
Oh, sorry. That was in character.
I know.
Yeah.
I walk in.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. No, we're not cutting anybody. Cut through as in.
Oh, we're cutting people. Just maybe not the towers yet.
Okay.
Look around and look at what we use every time we get in fights. People getting cut.
All right. But I didn't mean literally cut.
She's not wrong.
Stop encouraging her.
No, she's not wrong. I'm not saying anybody is wrong. I'm just saying we're talking in the figurative sense, not the literal one.
So what are we cutting through?
We've been looking at the map and we keep thinking Mercule is the most interesting place right now to go to. Maybe after Astarius concentrates right there.
I mean, we need to check it off of our gazetteer, so
exactly.
I don't know, I just smell a cover up. I want to figure out what's going on.
Oh no, I'm with you.
You're just now smelling cover-ups?
Oh no,
something more specific than the rest.
This is difficult for me, okay? Forget it.
Take a second.
I know this entire fucking thing is one giant cover-up. But what I was telling Morgan is I think for the most technologically advanced part of the region, and there's been very little coming out of Ricule. I want to know why.
And of course, the most technologically and one of the most arcanely knowledgeable nations. We might just find something in general.
Because they're totally in on it and on board, or they're too busy looking at their astrolabes.
Who the hell knows?
To give a shit, which is just as bad.
Just trust me, astrolabes went out of fashion a long time ago. Then of course they'll come back into fashion and they'll be called something entirely new, and everybody will have forgotten that used to be a thing.
As long as they remain heavy enough to bash someone's brains out with.
But also, who knows? And that's why it's interesting to find out.
Right.
But like I've been saying, whatever is necessary for our quest and our mission is more important than my curiosity.
Right. Your curiosity has put another option on the table, though, and in my opinion, the most interesting one.
Yeah, I don't see anything that's a better option that, honestly.
Well, Asterius is right there. We could go. If we're going to Recule, we're hopping through the 12 towers or through the bay, which our driver really would rather not do.
Oh no, I'm the one who's scared, says Soria. Just because
Though I imagine Alsada wouldn't be particularly fond either.
I mean, I've never been through the bay, but there's probably... I mean, the wilds are dangerous enough as it is. I don't really want to imagine what's under the water. And I don't know about you, but I don't fancy getting attacked at sea when our only land is going to be this thing.
No. Absolutely not.
I get it.
Okay, so
I mean,
Asterius has... Let's game this out. Asterius has someone who might help.
Yeah, they'd be good at gathering people, which we do need at some point.
Sure.
Faltaz has 2 people of interest we can talk to, despite your opinion. Is that Astra staring directly at Morgan?
Little bit.
She just shrugs.
So realistically, if we go to Asterius, how do we find this person?
What were the clues again?
Finding someone who's not being able to sing. Metaphorically, not actually, obviously.
Or maybe actually too.
Oh, maybe literally. But
in that case, check the karaoke bars.
Yeah, I've been around and I've dealt with gods enough to know that cryptic bullshit is their forte.
I'm just going to throw this out there. I'm not saying we do this next. But in terms of your city o' gods.
Yeah, what about Rumar?
You seem to, at least this is specifically, I'm specifically using how you phrased it yourself. That doesn't mean it's necessarily what you were intending to say. But there seemed to be the implication that the only way we're going to get this bitch back up is by killing the demigod. We can sneak past the demigod. And then we can let the body of mommy deal with the demigod.
Not impossible. I'm just saying she is probably the biggest threat.
Probably, yeah.
And that's assuming she doesn't know we're there. Which I'm going to be blunt. She probably does. She probably knew we were there the first time.
Maybe.
She probably knows what we're thinking right now.
See, we can't do that paranoia thing.
Yeah, we have to discuss this.
That was more of a joke, just because I wanted to see Morgan squirm a little bit.
Fair.
I've been squirming a lot.
I mean, if she can read my mind, fine, but you've heard my opinions about the High Priestess.
Yeah.
Shifted a little bit since we found out what she's done, but Still curious why she let me live the last time.
No, fuck that bitch. Not because she let you live, just in general.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I do love the sentence coming immediately after, wondering why she let me live.
Yeah, fuck that bitch. Yeah, no, I had to tell. I had to deeply hold the laughter on that one.
I'm far more curious to see what her spleen looks like than I am about why she let you live, because I still think it's because she's gaslighting you.
I don't know, and I'm curious.
Right now, and I realize I realize that I am not a bastion of reasonability to y'all, but right now there is not much that you could say to convince me that everything that bitch doesn't have a negative drop dead evil fucking intent behind it, no matter how nice it seems, including letting you live.
I'm not trying to argue that. I'm just curious, because it would have been so easy just to let me die.
Well, some things like to play with your food.
My head was on the chopping block. I could have, for disobeying orders, I could have just been let go there, and then that's one priest off the board.
And and there's definitely an ulterior motive for why she did it.
And I want to know why. Why?
That is fair.
Why was I given mercy?
That is fair. You know what the good news is? There are a lot of clerics there who can cast Speak with Dead once we watch the reanimated corpse tear her into so many pieces that you can. I don't know a good way to respond to end that message, but you get the point.
That being said, I think that's later.
That is not we're not going to.
We skim around Rumor on the way to Recul.
Yes, at this point,
because I do not think we are ready for her or the corpse.
You know what? I'm not saying it's a sure thing, but we might be able to get some answers.
In Rumor?
No. I mean, well, maybe, but
probably, but depends what kind of answers you're looking for.
I am going to new class feature ability. I am going to contact other plane.
All right. What are you contacting?
My patron, because that's the class ability, and you automatically succeed on the saving throw.
All right. 1 second. Let me pull up contact other plane.
Spicy.
There, it's in. It should be in the.
All right, so yeah, you succeed the saving throw automatically.
Yep.
Answer each question. You get 5 questions, and they answer in 1-word answers.
To be fair, it does say at the end, if a 1-word answer would be misleading, the DM might instead offer a short phrase as an answer.
Yes. So, but primarily 1 word, unless 1 word won't cut.
Yeah. Hey, bitch, do you have any idea what's the high priestess's name?
God, Mogul would know this, but
technically,
I insert name there.
Yeah, I mean,
I've heard the name before.
Astra would know it too because her sword won't shut the fuck up about it.
Right,
Yeah, we've heard the name before. I've gotten the name.
I'm very bad. I still have it. Yes. Kellyanne.
Kellyanne, yes.
Hey, bitch, do you have any idea what Kellyanne's motive in letting Morgan live is?
No.
All right, it's not helpful.
You got 4 more questions?
Yeah, no, I still got. That's the fun. I still got a minute.
Out of player suggestion, you could just say why instead of do you have any idea?
I mean, then the answer would just be unclear.
Yeah. That's why I asked if she knew, because then we get a straight yes or no.
Gotcha.
And then we can let that go.
It's like, what's the reason?
Okay.
Yeah, the answer in this case is she does not know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your patron is yourself from the future, so presumably she didn't learn that.
Fair, and that's why I'm asking. She might know. She's gonna know shit that we don't.
What's the name of the person? Timeline.
What's the name of the person from Asterius that we need to find?
This is going to be a fun one for Yare.
Mm.
Hale.
Fuck.
Do we know a Hale?
I mean, literally on the side of the continent from me. Of course, it's fucking Hale. Of course, it's Hale. For context, this is Shani's character from the Saturday Everyone game.
Specifically, the name is Hale, spelled like that.
Yeah,
spelled like the weather effect.
Yes.
Got it.
Although not a reference to Hailstorm, partially, yes. I believe.
Correct. It is definitely a reference to Hailstorm.
Hail.
So that's 2. I'm trying to figure out wording. If we go to Raquel, where should we start?
This is one that I'll have to answer in a short phrase. Runner workshops.
What else we got? What do we need to know?
Where should we go next?
To be fair, there's still 2 other people to ask about.
Yeah.
There's the person.
There's 2. Oh, that's 2. Yeah, I forgot the other 2 people.
Yeah. We got the dragon sorcerer from Guidine, and then the one who is pacted to has the power of a dragon. I'm
gonna ask both of their names.
Well, you already know the name of the sorcerer. You would know the sorcerer is Xander Dragonsblood. Is Xander Dragon.
Okay, then the other one.
Faust.
Well, of course.
Yep. all of Shani's OC.
Yeah. Oh my God! You mean there's a campaign that Shani is running that has Faust in it? I'm shocked.
Shocked. I say.
Every campaign has a Faust.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just sitting here, talk of dragons, waiting for James to show up. Like, what the fuck is he doing?
All right, so that's 4. Do we have any other questions?
there any more mysterious people we need to ask about?
Are we likely to get...
We're just going to get a yes.
Are we likely to get through to the Serpent Blade?
To the Serpent?
The Blade Singer wizard.
Astra doesn't want to answer that question because she doesn't want to know the answer.
No. Trey is struggling with it because she doesn't think that she will believe whatever
the answer is.
Whatever future her says.
Yeah.
It's not I don't want to hear the answer. It's I'm smart enough to know that I won't believe whatever I say about it.
Yeah.
Your future self lying to you?
Or harsh reality, or harsh truth.
How much do you suck? Yes, that is my 5th question.
A lot.
She was telling the truth. All right, so that's what we've got.
I wasn't even trying to do a gotcha on that. Was a legitimate, like... I wasn't even trying to put you in a corner on that one.
Oh my
God. Put yourself there.
I cannot have an interaction with my patron without being insulting at least once. It just has to happen.
You started by calling her bitch.
Also, yes.
Bitch can be affectionate.
Also that. It was not in this case, but it could be.
Okay. So...
Yes.
It is sounding like...
So Astra looks at Morgan. So why did you say that when I said hail? You got details. Spill.
Oh, no. I reacted.
The player reacted that way.
You don't. Okay, never mind.
That is Shani's character from our Saturday game.
Yeah.
The one I just emotionally got.
Right, I did. No.
Morgan has no idea.
I got that. Yeah, I wasn't sure if this was something that was in
Morgan's
your...
Morgan's got no clue.
Okay,
Other side of the continent, no clue.
Yeah, no.
Morgan never left Morgan had never left room before this.
I have established before that these characters are my Calibans. They sort of demand to get written into just about everything I write.
I know you, but that doesn't mean that this person that wasn't initially there. And anyways, yeah, I get it.
Yeah. Morgan got no idea. Again, the one person in the party who was not born or created before all of this. Literally no idea.
Well, do we want to go find this person in Asterius, or do we want to go to the runner workshops? Also, Molly, what the fuck are the runner workshops? I assume that there are workshops, but do they just make fast people?
Would Molly know what that is?
Yeah, they're the workshops that make the thing you're standing in, called a gauntlet runner.
Yeah, they're the factories that make the gauntlet runners.
Oh, okay.
We were wanting to possibly get it upgraded, or the people who make gauntlet runners would have contact with other cities. They know some things.
Supposedly.
They are close and do business with higher ups in cities.
Again, supposedly.
Assumedly. Even if you're not directly manipulating them, you are getting some sort of info.
Oh no, I understand completely what you're saying. I just
or can give us contact information. Ways against them.
I also don't want to get my hopes up.
It's a possibility. If at worst flying gauntlet runner. All right. Sounds like Asterius, 12 Towers, Recule.
Sorry, say that one more time.
As far as
Asterius, cut through the 12 Towers, down to Recule.
Yep. We can probably just skirt the side, skirt the shoreline.
Of
to get to
we do, but I'm doing this because it's relevant, not because I want to cause an argument. I do want to at least talk to one of the two, either the Necromancer or the Serpent Blade. Ideally both, but I'm willing to compromise.
We're dealing with the Necromancer already. We can have a conversation there.
Okay.
Okay. We'll come back to the Serpent Blade. Having one on our side might make it easier to deal with others. They're already talking. We can see what we can do.
We'll get them to let their guard down.
Only if they work against us.
Sure.
We need any allies we can get. Okay. Morgan will get on the communication system to Ingrid. Unless you have any particular issues with this, we're heading to Asterius next.
Thumbs up emoji.
through the pipe phone.
The carryover from
Fucking hell. That one. I think it goes back further. Does it?
Oh, it goes back way. It goes back to the first time we had anything with phones. We've been doing thumbs up emoji.
Yeah, no, thumbs up emoji is classic. I've done that in one game for me as well. So.
Yeah, I think it's most prevalently used in Changeling, but I want to say there's a couple of vampire instances as well.
I believe it.
But Ingrid will say that she sees no conflict with going there.
All right. Anything else we need to discuss before we head out? Oh, magic items.
Yeah, you got a pile of them.
Yeah.
That could be done on the way.
Yes.
I would like to take a short rest and then
we are likely to get long rests on the way. It's going to take a couple days.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while.
Okay, I'm gonna need another drink. All right.
Understandable.
Y'all get started. I'm gonna get some awake stuff.
Yeah.
Specifically, it's going to take about 2 days to get to, because it covers, I believe I established that the Gauntlet Runner crosses 3 hexes a day, but let me check real quick.
That sounds right.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Any conversations or scenes that need to happen en route?
Ingrid is just reading her new necromancy books.
Are you a necromancer?
Molly is helping with the magic items, and other than that, putting herself away in her library to try to sort out and piece together information.
Oh, speaking of which, you guys just hit level 9, right?
Yeah, we got new Bastion stuff.
It is time for your Bastions to be upgraded. We're going to go ahead and take our break, and we'll cover all of that and what's happening at your Bastions, because it's about time for a Bastion turn as well. When we come back from break. So remember, when we take our break, you take yours. So sit up, stretch your legs, do whatever you need to do, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. Please enjoy these commercial messages.
Yep.
Welcome back. A dinosaur story.
The stream goes dark.
Didn't.
Oh, look, we disconnected.
But as you guys are making your journey, one of the many things you learn is that while you've been away, it's been ongoing, but work has been completed. Your crew that has been largely composed of a bunch of people from a town that was about to be overrun that have decided to join you on your wandering travel barge have been hard at work upgrading the facilities and rooms that are available to your use in your bastions. Now that you've reached level 9, it is time to gain access to 2 more bastion facilities, which can be chosen from the significantly more influential level 9 facilities. So. Let's go ahead and pull up.
I was going to say, if anyone would like the list, it is in the Slack, Zoom pop-out chat. Completely legal, of course.
I didn't ask.
I am passing my copy of the book around the table. I think I know what I'm picking already, though.
But yes, so the options that you currently have available, aside from the level 5 ones that you've already picked from, you have out of the level 9 ones, additional options. You have the gaming hall, which is a source of income as the gaming hall becomes a gambling den for your crew and anyone that happens to stop by your bastion while you're in a town to open up and make it open for anyone who wants to come in and gamble. Which will let you make an amount of gold every week off of the gaming hall. There is a greenhouse, which will let you grow more advanced herbs and materials that can be used for more powerful effects. For instance, the fruit of restoration can serve as a lesser restoration fruit. You can gather healing herbs that can be used to make greater potions of healing rather than regular potions of healing. Or you can gather more advanced poisons such as Assassin's Blood, Malice, Pale Tincture, or Truth Serum. There is the laboratory, which is will allow you to make anything that can be made with alchemist supplies or other poisons that cannot be found at the greenhouse, such as burnt author fumes, essence of ether, or torpor. The sacristy is a more advanced version of the temple and will allow you to make holy water, as well as relic magic items, and can allow you to restore spell slots on a short rest whenever you take a short rest inside your bastion. The scriptorum allows you to make copies of any non-magical book that you have in your possession, as long as you have a blank book to provide for them to fill it out. They can also craft spell scrolls containing cleric or wizard spells of 3rd level or lower. They can also create up to 50 copies of a broadsheet, a pamphlet, or another loose leaf paper product, such as, say, flyers for your revolution and so on. At no additional cost in time or money, it costs you 1 gold piece per copy, and can distribute the paperwork to 1 or more locations within 50 miles of your bastion. You can have them make letters or whatever you need and make flyers and have them run it out to everywhere within 50 miles. The stable will let you house animals that you can use to ride on foot or ride outside of the bastion, such as riding horses, camels, and ponies or mules. It also lets you trade in animals, lets you buy or sell mounts at normal cost, keeping the ones you buy in your stable. And when you sell a mount, you make a 20% more than the standard price. And you can also enlarge that facility to house even more animals. The teleportation circle is a teleportation circle. It does what it says in the tin. You can use it to you can use it with a teleportation circle spell to come back to your bastion from anywhere in the world. And you can also use it to try and invite friendly NPC spellcasters who will then who can also provide you with a casting of a spell that you might need. It lets you try and it's like, hey, we need this particular spell that none of us know. Let's try and find a guy and invite them to teleport into our base and provide us with some magic that we might need. Then there's the theater, which allows you to put on shows. You can have a whole crew of people prepping and putting on shows in the Bastion facility, which is just fun to do, but also B, everyone who participates in the rehearsals and or who contributed to the concert or production can make performance checks, and if they succeed, they get theater dice, which is basically an extra bardic inspiration that they can use on any D20 test.
Nice.
Then there's a training area, which will provide you with a training with expert trainers who can give you a bunch of different benefits based on what kind of training they're providing, ranging from temporarily giving you proficiency in skills to giving you tool proficiencies to enhancing your unarmed strikes to giving you weapon proficiencies as needed. And then the trophy room, which is kind of like an enhanced version of the library, because it'll let you do research on random legends or creature types or famous objects. It'll also let you occasionally roll and try and gather trinkets, which might be common implements in the magic items list. That might be useful items that you can occasionally find. So out of that whole list, everyone can get 2 of those facilities.
I have already made my decisions, and they
Me
are.
too.
Yep, I have. You will not get any prizes for guessing which 2.
I'm going to assume one of them is a sacristy.
Correct. As the religious group person in the group.
And I'm going to assume the other one is a training facility.
Correct.
As the martial person in the group.
Correct.
A really funny thing we could do was we get the theater, and everywhere we go, we put on a play about, like, history being rewritten.
You wouldn't think Sora would be so goddamn into that?
That's hilarious, and I love it.
I was assuming, knowing Katie, that one of Katie's facilities was going to be a theater.
You have no idea the torment I'm going through right now. Yeah, I mean, if this isn't obvious enough.
Also, Javier, are we just becoming the Ember Island players?
You know what? Fuck it. It's my game. I can do what I want.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a theater, and I'm gonna get a teleportation circle.
Let's go.
Yar.
You know what? Sometimes you're just lazy, and you're like, I don't want to walk back. I want to teleport back. So
we'll need to find somewhere else with a teleport circle, but that shouldn't be too hard when we have allies in the wizard towers.
We have someplace else with a teleport circle.
Do we?
No.
The Manor of Noctis.
True.
Oh,
yeah, there is a teleportation circle within Noctis.
That is true.
That's right.
Yeah. Start setting up our little teleport network.
Make sure you stay in network.
And the thing is, let me check on teleportation circle real quick. Teleportation circle is a 5th level spell.
I think
It is fifth level,
I think, yeah.
Correct.
I think we do get a few freebies, yes.
What?
So yeah, well, A, you get a few freebies on places you know, but also B, you can just add this one to your known list of things, and anyone who has access to the teleportation circle spell can come back here from anywhere.
Yep.
You don't have to be at another teleportation circle to use the spell to get back here.
I think the problem is I don't think any of us have teleportation circle, do we?
Warlock can get it. I don't know if Warlock took it.
No, Warlock did not take it. Warlock took a brain fireball.
Yeah, synaptic static. Fair.
Yeah. Warlock might consider taking it next level because really useful.
Maybe we'll see.
Yeah. Warlock is not exactly the most.
It was the other thing it was the other spell that I was strongly thinking of, but I didn't think that it was going to be incredibly useful because we didn't have access to a number of teleportation circles. Not remembering that we were going to have to do Bastion, that we were going to have Bastion increases.
No, 100%.
Now you do. So next time you get a new spell, you can take teleportation circle and then be able to come back here whenever you want.
Yeah, that wasn't me trying to be like nudge. That was like,
oh no, for sure. Here's the thing: if I take teleportation circle, you know I'm going to be using it only for the pettiest of reasons. Like, I don't want to talk to you anymore. I'm just going back to my circle.
Go back to the base. Yeah.
But it is also a really good oh shit button.
The next time Jeremy hears the dinosaur story pun, just like, you know what? Teleport.
Cast teleportation circle in real life.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got a theater and a teleportation circle from Molly's Bastion. What are we getting in Ingrid's Bastion?
Scriptorium and theater.
2 theaters.
Yes.
Why do we need 2 theaters?
Oh, why do we not need 2 theaters?
2 theaters.
You can opt for a second theater if you want.
100%. I'm not suggesting we don't. I'm just.
It won't be as useful potentially, but you can.
It's called main stage in Black Box.
If there is a different one that you want, feel free.
It's like I really want to do the play about like a society changing.
The thing is, that's actually a really cool idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't doubt that's what Molly's theater is going to be doing.
So is Molly going to do that play?
I mean, if you want to take that, I can surely think of something else.
The trophy room would be really useful for you actually with the upgraded research place. But again, your character, I'm just.
It is entirely up to you.
Yeah.
But we know one of them is a scriptorium.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which is
free
very
spell
useful.
scrolls always good.
Free spell scrolls, copies of books,
Propaganda.
Cheaper spell scrolls.
Yeah, cheaper.
Sorry,
spell
apologies.
Scrolls,
yes.
They do still cost some gold.
Yes, I apologize. But also propaganda.
Also propaganda.
Actually, not even cheaper. It's just that we don't have to spend our time doing them.
Yeah, it'll do it for you, basically. Yeah.
Cheaper than buying them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, yes, definitely that.
Yeah, cheaper than buying them. You get to make them, and they can make any cleric or wizard spell on level 3 or lower.
Ooh.
But you still need to
spell lists quite a bit.
Which does mean you can have them make scrolls of Revivify.
Yes.
You know what? I'll go with the gaming hall.
Ooh,
make money for the scriptorium.
Yeah, make money so the scriptorium can make scrolls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Fair
because
enough.
the scriptorium, the facility has the necessary calligrapher supplies, and the hireling does meet all the prerequisites needed to scribe the scroll. So they can do it. You just need to give them the money.
Yep.
And then Astra's Bastion. What are you getting?
Greenhouse for sure.
Getting more poisons, yeah.
I mean, poisons, sure. Okay, I guess they are all technically poisons. I don't consider the main one that's going to be produced as
the truth serum. Yeah, the truth serum.
I understand it is an easy DC, but
someone's going to fail it eventually.
If I have a lot of truth serum,
yeah, if you have
eventually they will fail it if I keep shoving it down their throat.
You eventually, so you can have a lot of truth serum. Also, you are very capable of influencing their ability to make that save.
That's also true. So greenhouse and I think I will actually do a trophy room.
Ironically, of course, unless your patron lies to you. Unfortunately, you cannot force feed your patron a truth serum.
It's only because I haven't tried hard enough.
Yeah, because you can use your "it happened like this" on their save for truth serum if you so desire.
That's true. That is
again,
true.
Ironically, could be influenced by Shani lying.
Yes, I could be lying to you about what the roll is. It was very funny.
It would be very funny.
All right. So,
you know, it'd be really funny to do at the gaming hall. Just a bunch of mirrors, and have the one uncle move in.
Yes.
Have the uncle that lives in mirrors. Just
I would play cards with the weird uncle so much.
Well, as you're making your journey, what's the first bastion action of your new buildings? Also, what's the results of your previous ones, and what are they doing now? So let's go down the list. Molly, what's up with you? Well, if you want to first, we can go to somebody else.
I need to think about it.
Yeah. So Morgan, what are you up to?
Okay, so I believe last time I was barracks are full and couldn't do anything else with them.
So they're just
chilling. And will continue to chill unless something has caused some of the defenders to die.
Yep.
The sanctuary was making holy symbols of Sandranica.
So there are more of those.
Yep.
So what's the training area doing now, and what's the
training area will be
So first off, which type of expert trainer
that is what I am deciding. Because I already have enough weird reactions to reduce damage, so don't need that. Skills expert, not the best option, but not impossible. +4 stealth though is actually not bad. Maybe. Tools expert's really tempting. I'm not really doing a lot of arm-to-arm combat, and I'm already proficient in every weapon.
Yeah, it sounds like a skills expert might be what you got.
Skills or tools. Yeah. I am leaning towards skills expert for stealth.
Skill expert performance, and we all perform into play.
Does Morgan have performance? I don't think so. I think we established that she does.
That is a thing, by the way. As long as you are taking time to train with the training guide, which it just takes you 8 hours during the week, and then you just come back every so often whenever you're not doing stuff. Whenever you're resting.
I can't just slowly permanently train the skill.
Yeah, like character slowly permanently train a skill, but at the end of the week, if you've been doing your training every day, you get the skill that you're looking for the next week.
Yeah. And a +4 on the stealth is actually really good, because unless I do the thing on my armor, I have a +0 and disadvantage.
And fortunately, your bastion comes with you, so it's very easy to keep up your training regimen.
Yes. So it'll probably be that, and I will look for any tools that might be useful.
And notably,
for another week,
anyone can use the training facility as long as they want to. As long as they want to take the time.
Yep.
Which means anyone in the party can choose to spend time training for a week, and during their downtime, and gain access to acrobatics, athletics, performance, sleight of hand, or stealth.
Yep. And if anyone at some point wants proficiency in a certain type of weapon, that's also an option.
Yeah, on each bastion turn, you can replace the
yeah, if anyone wants me to change it.
Yeah.
Sacristy wise, I will need to look through the. I think because I don't need the spell refreshments. I will have to look through the relic table, but I will look through the relic table.
So the spell refreshment is just a bonus. It's just a passive bonus.
I will look through the relic table and see if there's anything.
Yeah, it's similar to the spell scroll. You do pay them the money to craft it, but they will craft it on their own time, and you don't have to spend time doing that.
Yep.
Also, they can make holy water that is better than holy water.
True.
Because the more money you pay them for making the holy water, the more damage the holy water does.
Yep.
Ah, yes. The capitalism holy water. The more money, the better.
Yeah. Does anyone want holy water that does 5d8 damage? Just give me a no. Sorry, correction. 68 damage. You spend 500 gold.
Yeah, for every 100 GP you spend, up to a max of 500 GP, the damage dealt by the holy water increases by 1d8.
Yeah, would you like a fireball for 500 gold?
Only on one target, but still.
Yeah. Oh no. Lightning, that actually has lightning bolt damage.
Better than lightning bolt because they're d8s.
Lightning bolt 66?
Yeah, lightning bolt and fireball are both d6s.
There's something iconic that does 68, and I can't remember what it is. Anyway.
But yeah, so that's what's happening there. You're getting skill training done and potentially making a relic.
Yep.
And if it lets you cast any spells, you do have to help making it, and you have to know those spells. Drevian, what is Ingrid's Bastion up to? Also, what are the results from the previous?
The gaming hall is gaming halling.
Time to make some money.
Let's see. Roll a D100.
Oh.
Let's see.
Okay, more importantly, are we bringing
that'll wrap up at the end of the week.
Okay.
So you'll find out how much you haul in when we do the next Bastion turn.
Scriptorium is copying some of the books that I just brought back.
Absolutely.
Because
I think you've had blank books being made for a bit.
But yeah, like they're kind of old and not in
great condition. Yeah. No, it's probably worth doing.
They have not been taken care of. So
you've got some blank books. So you just order them to start copying some of these. Preserve that ancient history. And then what's the result of your other facilities that were operating last time?
The garden is a basic poison.
Basic poison provided. You may.
And the library was researching how to reverse decay.
Interesting. 3 facts about that. So, 3 interesting facts about that. 1, there are druidic magics and some clerics that have domain over nature that can occasionally call on this as well, that allow for the regeneration and sometimes even the reincarnation of dead or decayed flesh. Most of the time, this doesn't work on the undead, but there are specific rituals and magics that can be done to have that actually work on the undead. Usually it requires druids or clerics who are more in tune with death as well as nature than most. Other ways to do it: arcane magics, those that specialize in the art of transmutation or more rarely chronomancy. Magics that can manipulate or reverse the flow of time can sometimes cause a body to revert to a state before it was damaged, which can help with restoring a body that way. And then, of course, there is the all-powerful, all-popular option of very, very good necromancy. Usually at the cost of sacrificing the life energy of other things. Certain undead or practitioners of necromancy can restore the integrity or restore the body of the undead by using necromantic options to essentially drain energy and restorative magics into their undead. So those are your three answers on that front. What are they researching now?
The necromancy aspect of diving deeper into that.
All right. And what's your garden growing?
Another basic poison.
Another poison. Astra, what's your old facilities do? What's your old facilities resulting in, and what are your new ones doing?
The old ones were poison and arcane focus. I don't know why I have 5 arcane focuses now. I don't know what I'll do with them.
but you have them.
I've got them.
Those fell for decent numbers.
I mean, yeah, that's. So if I take the poison, and I've got it, I apply it to the arcane focuses, and then I sell them in the wizard cast towers.
Selling poison focuses.
Oh my god, that is 100% what I'm doing. What the plan is with those.
Awful, love it.
I'm assuming more of that is going on with those ones.
Yeah, more poison, more arcane focuses.
Do not tell Morgan you're doing this. This might actually be a moment she has to step in.
Of course not. I'm not going to tell you my poison.
That might be knowing that might be against her oath.
Absolutely not.
Morgan is definitely a narc.
Like
she was a guard.
When it comes to it, it is totally going to be like, look, this is how we're going to change hearts and minds. We're going to give out these arcane focus, which are not cheap, to good wizards who need it.
The poison, the basic poison's potency only lasts for a minute.
That's fine. There are better poisons you can make.
Yeah,
100%.
Which, speaking of which, I'm assuming the greenhouse is making truth serum.
You know me so well.
The work takes 7 days and costs no money.
Yep. By the way, I just have to laugh at the fact that by rules, making true serum and greater healing potions and shit like that is free, but making a book is 10 gold. A blank book is 10 gold.
It's because the greenhouse is growing the shit that you use to make it rather than like putting fabrication and like manufacturing work into it.
Mm-hmm. No, for sure. It is silly to me.
So clearly I need a greenhouse that's growing the plants to make the paper.
Yeah, I mean, essentially. Yeah, I would say that if you had that approach, you 100% could use like the growth, the plants grown in one of the facilities to make up the material cost of the books made in the other one.
So can I have my garden do that?
If you want to change your garden to an herb garden or to a
tree farm,
I would say either a decorative or an herb garden could be used to make up the material costs.
I'll call it a decorative garden.
In fact, the decorative garden can more than make up the material cost because they make 10 vials of perfume, 10 candles, or 10 exquisite floral bouquets. I would say they can make enough to cover the cost of making books and then some.
Cool. Yeah, nah, just I have a bunch of poison already. Let's start growing some fiber plants. Grow a papyrus or something.
Absolutely, yeah. Just start growing some papyrus.
And then the trophy room. Yeah, let's start making magic items.
They're gonna go. So they're doing research.
Trinket trophy. Yep.
All right. So they may or so
again weirdly for magic items there is no cost but a book.
Well, to be fair, it's a random chance with the trophy room because they're scrounging, they're looking for them rather than making them.
Absolutely, I'm just saying from a balanced perspective, this is the dumbest shit.
It's very funny. Like the other magic items, it does cost money to make. This is just you have a random chance of finding a common implement.
Yeah, but they're not like the common implements are not like not useful. There's some solid stuff in there.
Yeah, there's definitely some useful stuff. But they are all common magic items, so the most they cost is like 50 gold.
For sure.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of, do I have the 200 gold I need for the item I want?
And then finally, Molly.
Okay.
What's yours up to?
I'm
assuming your theater is starting on a play.
Yes. I'm gonna have them. I'm just gonna shoehorn Shakespeare in here because it serves my purposes.
Spider-Man, turn on the dark.
That one knockoff church play group.
No.
But turns everything into Jesus getting crucified.
No, not that.
The weird fucks up. Yeah, I love those.
I'm particularly looking at Hamlet, particularly the scene of setting up the play within the play to elicit a confession from Claudius. Just to give them a general idea of the play is not written yet, but we are working on it, and we need to do something like this, but successfully. And what was the other one?
Was the teleportation circle.
I mean, do I really need to do anything with that?
You really only need to give that one an order if you're looking to get a spellcaster who might be able to cast a spell for you. Like you can let that one sit and just be a teleportation circle.
Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna leave it alone for now. Just like leave it on, whatever the screensaver mode is.
This is
for a teleportation circle.
The funny thing becomes you either recruit a wizard, which risk Astra killing them, or it does nothing, which risk getting attacked.
Well, so you only risk getting attacked if the entire bastion does nothing because you can't give an order to it.
No, I'm pretty sure it's each facility.
Yeah. So the thing is, each facility automatically holds if you cannot communicate with it. When you give orders to your bastion, you can choose which ones you want to give orders to, and as long as you don't give, as long as you don't like leave it alone, you don't have to worry about the maintain order.
Oh god.
The old bastions, a
character needn't issue orders to all the special facilities in their bastion on a given bastion turn.
Best as I can recall, the crafting the crafting room was
making satchels, right?
Making satchels, yeah. They can stop now. There's plenty of satchels. I'm trying to think of what else would be useful.
More books.
Yeah, can they do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe they can make books.
They can make blank books.
Yeah.
And I'll see what I want to do with those later.
Not beating the librarian allegations, I see.
No, I was about to say being capitalist in like selling them at a higher profit because it costs me nothing, but it can cost if somebody else wants it, I can sell it at a higher markup.
See, that makes you worse than a wizard.
You're enabling
one thing
wizards.
worse than wizards: capitalists.
Yep.
And then what was your library? What was your library researching?
My
sea creatures.
No, was it?
Yeah,
I think it might have been. Yeah.
I made a note of it in the party.
Oh, you did. Oh, thank God somebody wrote it down. Okay, because
you were gonna look. At
I
what
usually
was in the
write
bay.
it down. I usually write it down, but I didn't.
Yeah, you were looking at what was in the bay, right?
Yeah, it's like, yeah. Can we figure this out?
That might be very relevant in this particular moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. So three notable creatures that are known to live in the bay between in the crook of the bay that are particularly dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
The last bastion of large creatures that are known to be kin to the old dragons of the world, dragon turtles, are known to have some residence within the bay.
Yep. Just as horrifying, 10 times cuter.
They're primary opponents that do cause the bay to be somewhat dangerous whenever they come to a clash. Whenever anything has to cross the bay, are krakens.
Oh, good. I was worried,
Yeah, I'm not surprised in the slightest.
We were going to go for it with a game without a kraken, but go ahead. Yeah, okay.
And then the third, there are rumors that there does exist a culture that is outside of the 12 nations in the form of like underwater humanoids that
Atlantis
live under the sea. It's impossible to confirm. There's always legends of mermaids and such, or like tritons and Sahagin that have risen up from the sea to do something. It's
manatees.
It's hard to say where or how, but there is theoretically another culture that exists in the bay that is kind of hard to find because if you're going to hunt for a city under the water, you kind of have to also worry about dragon turtles and krakens and other big things.
Yeah, maybe I have a very healthy respect for all of those creatures, and you know what? I'm gonna leave them alone. As for what my library is researching next, I would like to know more about I would like to know more about the the dragon nation, dragon the dragon anything dragon related that once lived here or may still be hiding somewhere.
Yeah, what happened to the dragons of the land?
What happened to the dragons, and specifically, is there anything on do we know the name Faust? Did that get shared with us?
I would assume so, unless Astra pointedly didn't share it.
Wait, what?
Did you share the name Faust?
Did you share the information about
Yeah, no, I shared all of that.
Okay. And more so dragons in general, what happened to the dragons in general, and specifically what is the deal with Faust?
You want just Faust or also Xander Dragonblood?
Yeah, both. All of the above.
All right. So that's what your library is researching.
Let me write that down.
Is that everyone?
I
Yeah.
think so.
Cool.
Mhm.
I have decided on my magic item.
Excellent.
Periaptive wound closure.
That's probably worthwhile.
Turns out after being hit by 52 points of damage, I would like to not fail saving throws. Death saves.
Yeah, not failing death save seems like a good plan.
Yeah, I can still be killed. I just don't naturally bleed out anymore.
Yeah, someone has to take the effort to stab you.
Exactly.
Depending on the day, that could be Astra.
It might well be Astra at some point. Yeah. Especially after the mass murder wizard scheme that she seems to be cooking.
Speaking of, though,
I don't have enough.
Speaking of mass
I don't
murdering
have
wizards.
enough. I don't have enough of them to commit mass murder yet.
Yet.
Sorry, serial
Yeah.
murder. Sorry, my apologies.
I mean, that's been the case since you met me.
Yeah, but she hasn't like seen it yet, and
That's totally fair.
if she knows about your scheme going forward, she will have to stop you.
We'll hopefully remember that next time because I just wrote it all down.
Yay.
Yay.
Speaking of magic items, you got a bunch of shit.
Mm-hmm.
2 hours of casting identify.
Yeah.
They're all in your magic items list if you want to just like look over them and determine who might want what.
Where's the which tab is it under? Oh, magic eye. Oh.
Specifically from the hall of the manor, you have acquired the dagger of the ogre mage, which is a short sword, in fact, not a dagger, because it belonged to an ogre. The arcano rod, the mastery gem, the dark fathom armor, reap and sow, the wind razor, quick draw, the crypt keeper's glaive, the pike of the forgotten legion, and the dragon tamer lance.
I just want the Dragon Tamer Lance on principle. I don't know
Yeah.
what I'm going to use it for, but it's really fucking cool.
It's cool. Hey, you know what lances are really good on?
That's about it.
Hey, you know what lances are really good for?
What?
Riding on horseback, or should I say elkback?
Yes, Hershey!
Also, we can retcon to say you have a weapon trainer thing, and you can get proficiency in lances.
Is Reap and Sow a
It is a crossbow, yes.
Crossbow.
I'm debating between the Pike of the Forgotten Legion because it's really cool and really in flavor, and Windrazor.
Does anybody mind if I take Reap and Sow and as another crossbow to my collection?
I don't think anyone else primarily uses crossbows.
Okay.
I'm already stacked up on attunement, so but also Windrazor would give me ranged options.
So I'm gonna take the Dragon Tamer Lance and the Reap and Sow.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Would you like to be proficient in lances?
Sure.
Yeah. DM, may I change my thing from the skill trainer to the weapon trainer?
Yeah, absolutely.
Polly train lances?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like I said, I will be taking Windrazor. Unless someone else really wants it, but I need a magic weapon at some point.
No, you good.
I'm gonna grab the dagger of the ogre mage. I need to be able to cast more spells as a not spellcaster.
And that makes sense.
Also, I have the scriptorium, and I can make the spell scrolls to put in it.
So now I'm in a weird situation, because the power to wound closure would be my third attunement. Well, shit. Yeah, I'd be fine. I can get rid of that. Windraise is really cool.
Also, you don't have the pair up yet.
True, actually, fair point. But when I get it in a week, it will be, yeah.
But yeah, so also of note, quick draw is does not require attunement.
This is true. Do you want a third yet smaller crossbow?
What's that? Which one is it?
Quick draw. It's the wrist mounted one.
I'm gonna get back over there. No, that's not what I wanted you to do. Sorry, I have scrolling issue. My thing has scrolling issues. Quick draw. Yeah, that's fun. So I'll take quick draw and reap and sow and the
Dragon Tamer Lance.
The Dragon Tamer Lance.
I just want to point out that Molly is now covered in crossbows.
Yes.
You say this like this is crossbows. You say this like it's a problem.
It's becoming one.
Ask Holly. Holly would be like, no, that tracks.
Mm-hmm. It's slowly becoming a problem.
No, I picked up a crossbow once in real life, and Holly was like, "You look pretty natural with a crossbow." I'm like, I'm gonna take that as a compliment.
The Arcano Rod also does not require attunement. But you can figure out how to distribute your magic items over the course of the next week or so. And next session, we'll be arriving in Asterius as you get to meet the idol nation of Asterius, and look for the passion and fire that lies within.
Sounds like a good time for me and my crossbows.
So what, Trev?
We can find BTS.
That's what I thought you said. Okay.
And so we'll be back. That's where we'll end for the week, and we'll be back next time. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye.